Today we are debating the winter. We're gonna
as a concept, as a season,
a construct, as a concept, as a season, as everything you love, everything you hate. I will be debating for the idea that winter sucks, and Greg will be debating for the idea that winter is a wonderful thing, right?
Yes, and I do believe this is going to be a good one because you complain about winter all the time. And
I do.
This is an actual debate we always have.
I truly believe this. So, would you like to go first or second, Greg?
Second bet.
Oh, wow, interesting. Okay,
I went first last time.
Okay, I'm gonna hit this. I forgot to do that, and you can look at that timer there and let me know when you want me to start.
You can start now.
Okay, number one. In winter, it's harder to get sleep literally because there's less light. So your body actually responds to the light, and when there's not as much of it with the sun's rising later and setting earlier, your sleep quality is actually hurt.
Really?
In particular, your body responds to light between 6 and 8:30 a.m. the best. So when the light is there at that time of day, you actually have better sleep and you wake up more properly. One of the big ones is that people experience seasonal affective disorder. Up to 15% of populations get literally depressed. SAD is the acronym. In Northern Hemispheres, it goes up to 1/3 of the population. Stop looking at my notes. Thank you very much. Less serotonin means more depression. And do we really want that? Yeah, winter sucks. Okay, more people get sick. Sicknesses travel more easily. The viruses can spread. We have less mucus in our nose because it's so dry. They actually did a study where they put pathogens on a single doorknob in an office building, and within hours, it had infected the entire building. Everyone got it, okay? That's disgusting, and we don't need that in our lives. 2014 study, that's what that was from. I'm just realizing my notes. I'm kind of scrambling through them. How much time do I have?
Oh,
wow, have you truly...
45 minutes, seconds left.
You're the worst. People die. Deaths related to health increase 36% in the winter, which is insane. So some examples are it actually constricts our blood vessels, which increases the rate of heart attack and stroke.
Falling?
Also falling, obviously. There's lots of slipping and stuff, but just in terms of general health, people have a worse time over the winter. And ultimately, there was a study done in 2015 by the Lancet paper, which found that cold is 20 times deadlier than heat. My final point will be, I know you like to take care of your skin. You have a nice skin regimen at night. It actually is damaging to your skin, and for some people, that's permanent damage, causing things like eczema and rosacea.
And wow, I didn't even need to do the buzzer. You were done. Wow,
I'm done.
You're good at this.
Well, I'm good. I'm probably good because you literally are never timing me.
Yeah.
You just space out and forget to actually look at the clock.
No, I wasn't spacing out. I was thinking about what you were saying.
Oh, that's very nice.
I keep on falling in the winter. That's a song for people who are older. In Canada, we call them snow bunnies, people who leave for Florida in the winter so they don't fall. Oh. They're not snow bunnies?
Well,
maybe. What's a snow bunny?
I don't know, a porn star or something.
Whoa, Mitchell.
Isn't that what it is, the bunnies?
I don't know. I was picturing just a bunny rabbit in the snow.
What's wrong with a snow bunny?
Okay.
Okay, are you ready, Mr. Pro Winter?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'm actually going to time you. So your time starts now.
I'm just going to start with the usual seasonal affective disorder study that I found that in 2016, so I don't know when yours was from, very explicitly found that it was a myth and that people being depressed, it wasn't necessarily due to the light and to the sun. It was one study. I did find many others that backed us up. But there we go.
Interesting.
So winter...
One study and a slew of many. Okay,
excuse me. I get extra 3 seconds for whatever you just said. Okay, so loving winter is a mindset. Yes, some people do get more depressed, but in parts of Norway... a specific place called Trolsø, I can't pronounce it. But they found that depression rates are not any higher in the winter, and they do say is because of that what? It's the ability to embrace winter and love the fact that you're being cozy, the fact that you actually can ski, the fact that you can love snow. Speaking of snow, I really like this point, which is that snow reflects the sun's energy back into space, which is essential in this warming climate that we have snow around to actually reflect it back.
1 minute.
So the albedo, which is a scale of how reflective something is, so 0 being it fully absorbs, 1 being it fully reflects. The ocean is 0.6, but snow is 0.9. So it really sends a lot of the sun's rays back up, which is what we need. So essentially snow is amazing. Snow also creates the fresh water that we all mostly all of us have to drink. Actually, yeah, we all need fresh water. Never mind. So a lot of this, it's snowpack that is actually up in mountains that melts, and that is what gives us our fresh water.
30 seconds.
Okay, so now getting back more into winter, because I feel like I got off topic just talking about snow. Sex. Conception. Looking at 1 million births, they found that most of the time conception happens in December. Also, women are more likely to orgasm if wearing socks. When I think winter, I think socks. And it's crazy because they did a study where they actually put people's heads into these like brain monitors, and they got their partner to like give them fellatio, and they measured if they had orgasms. They had orgasms more if they were wearing socks.
Wow. Wait,
isn't that a great study?
What?
Yeah, so they actually, what they did is they put, I guess I just said it.
People have a higher rate of orgasm if they have socks on.
Women, would orgasm 80% of the time in the study if they were wearing socks, and only 50% of the time if they weren't wearing socks.
What?
I know. I mean, there's obviously like other variables probably involved in this.
And is this exclusive to winter though? You could just wear socks in the
summer.
People wear socks in the summer.
I was hoping you wouldn't go there, but when I think winter, I think socks.
No, like everyone wears socks all year round.
I just
not everyone.
Whatever. But. It was a really cute study. But one thing I will say is that this is a personal thing. I love winter for the appreciation of spring, the appreciation of summer. And one thing that's in our book, go get it, New York Times bestselling book called ASAP Science. It's a really interesting title. Is that new experiences slow down time. And this is one of the main reasons why I think I could never live somewhere without seasons, like a place like Los Angeles. When we go, it doesn't change. Our climate doesn't change. You don't have to adapt, because every year we have to get out our new clothes. We have to trek through the snow. We have to like have these new experiences every day. It slows down our entire lives. Like dealing with fall, dealing with the summer even, I think it's like a gift. And
I will agree. It gives you a time perspective as well.
Even if
it doesn't feel like time's slowing down, your memories are more distinct in some ways because you're like, oh, this past winter. Not that like LA doesn't have some sense of seasons, but I do agree it's more like homogenous.
But again, what I'm saying is from a neurological perspective, novelty and new experiences slow down time because your brain's being used in a different way, and you actually just end up like perceiving things more clearly. In Los Angeles, you don't have to change your life in the same way you do here. Like we will have a memory of the other day when we were almost freezing and our dog was almost freezing, and we went outside and we threw the hot water to see. Like those types of things are really important. And without winter, I think you'd be surprised how much you miss it.
Did you hear that, LA? Greg's coming for you. He hates you.
I know. Well, that's just like such a like weird opinion, like such a privilege, like industry thing to have an opinion on LA. But
well, you meant temperature-wise. I think I don't disagree with the perspective and seasons being nice in some sense, but I also wouldn't be surprised that if you live in a warm climate, you're just generally happier. I don't know if that's true. That's not based on a study, but I get the sense that people who move to LA are not upset by the weather.
Are you sure? Because it's really hot there.
And a lot of people can go other places. Like you can go somewhere. You can drive up north to an upstate place where it snows. Like,
drive.
Okay, yeah. I guess you're saying we're forced.
We're forced.
But also, like, there's so many more risks in winter. Like, is it worth the risk for people to die at a higher rate? Like, to be not just like health-wise, but there's more car accidents, I imagine, because the roads are more dangerous. There's your visuals when you're driving. Like, I just think, does it pay off for you? Yeah, okay, you get this sense of time. Wow, good for you.
Well,
but some people literally lose all of their sense of time because they die.
Okay, yeah. You have some strong points with literally one of your points, the word is death.
Yeah.
And
then my next one is more death.
More death. Okay, yeah. No, and that's fair. But I do just think that I feel so lucky and blessed to be in a place with seasons, and I do love winter, and I do think it's a mindset, and I do want you to learn how to actually appreciate that.
Of the question.
Why struggle through it?
Do you love winter, or do you love that winter gives you perspective and to appreciate the other seasons more? Because I don't actually think you love winter. You haven't told me one reason you love winter other than it makes the other seasons even better.
Well, I do love being cozy. I do love the fact that I think we do a lot more work, and I am someone who suffers from FOMO, and in the summer it's a lot worse. Everyone's out at the beach, they're drinking on patios. If I'm working in the summer, I feel a lot more depressed. Working right now, I don't feel bad. No one's doing anything that is that's making me feel interested. Which,
or you're like, yeah, a lot of people are indoors
They're
watching
indoors,
movies,
yeah.
like just doing chill things that you're like, I can be indoors.
and
not
I
feel
do
guilty.
love cross-country skiing and the idea of coming home from that into like a warm place, and we're doing that this weekend, and that can only happen in the winter. But you are right. This morning when I was slogging through the slushy snow, I had a moment where I thought, why the hell
That's what I mean.
am I doing
There's
this?
just part of me that's like, okay, I can appreciate aspects of it, but ultimately, like, there's times here, and we live in Toronto, Canada, where like it is so cold, it physically hurts.
Yeah.
I don't know if that feels that way to you. Like maybe my body's different, but like your face will feel pain from the air.
I think there's a
sick?
There's a fundamental difference in us
nice.
too, though, and that I think people could probably relate to one or the other. I personally love, like when we go on vacation, to have to do a hike, I love struggling through something to feel a reward after. Whereas you don't respond to that. You just want to have like.
That you're so shady, okay?
But
like,
is that not true in
well,
general?
like maybe to do with winter, but you don't think that I would want to push through something to learn something, to do something.
Not to
like-
learn something, but there is a sense, like, for example, when we want to relax or do, like, I want to do something that sometimes maybe makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable in order to like earn an epic meal or something like that. Whereas I feel like you're more
I'm
apt
like,
to
I'll
be
just
like,
have the epic meal.
yeah,
thank you.
yeah. Like I don't know how to describe this, but I genuinely think it's true, and I think it's why I fundamentally we disagree on this winter
we
point.
fundamentally hate each other. No,
No, wait,
joking.
what?
just
No, I'm
joking.
trying to actually make a point. Like
Okay,
I
alright.
actually think that we
but
will
what's the
disagree with
difference
this.
then?
That I
Like,
think
what,
there will be
what
people
is
like,
your point?
that the winter is a struggle, and I love like basking in it with the idea that spring's gonna come, and with the idea that like I enjoy being sort of challenged, and the fact that that is why I like it.
See, okay, I won't take that away from you. I think this is
Please don't.
I think this is a phenomenon that also exists outside of winter, and it often happens when people face trials and tribulations in their life. They very rarely in the future say those things weren't significant in their life, and they're not. Like people who get in like serious accidents and become, you know, whether they might lose a limb or they might have some serious issue happen in their life.
Yeah, they'll sometimes
often
like
in
it
the
was the
future
best
they'll
thing.
say it was
Yeah.
maybe the most important thing that ever happened
Yeah.
to me, because, and it's
That's
part of
my
the,
winter.
honestly,
Lose a limb or go
well, I
through
know that's a
winter.
much different extreme,
No,
but,
but
it's
that's
an
my
interesting
privilege
phenomenon that
shown.
does happen in plenty of different spaces. Like it's hard for us to grapple with the fact that something might have been wrong, that our brains are really good at justifying a reason to enjoy suffering.
Yeah.
And to come out of that. But I don't know. I'm actually curious, like, what if those studies go further, do they find that those people are happier in general, genuinely because of those things? Or is it just a mechanism that allows them to deal
Cope.
with that suffering?
Yeah, interesting. Well, anyways, I think fundamentally we do disagree. I thought your points were very interesting, but I do disagree with you. And the funny crux of it all is that this is where we live, baby.
Yeah, I mean,
Or this
it
is where we
frustrated me
live.
the other day when you were just like, you always complain about the winter. And I was like, yeah, I need to stop pretending because it's not making me happy. Like, I want to stop. I'd rather.
What? You'd rather complain about your
Yes.
surroundings? Why not learn
Why
to
not?
enjoy it?
What's wrong with basking in the group complaining of everyone saying like, yes, this sucks, we're getting through it, instead of pretending it's all fine.
Or why don't you just go outside and realize it's beautiful? The other night
It
you're
is
like,
beautiful.
it's so bright out. It's like, yeah, at night it's so bright. It's like, yeah, because the snow reflects the sun and it's actually so beautiful, and you don't get to experience this in the summer.
Okay, I didn't say it wasn't unique. I didn't say it wasn't sometimes beautiful. I said it sucks overall.
Okay, we need to know what you think. It'll depend on where you are, I guess. Use the hashtag Sidenote Podcast. Let us know if you love or don't love winter, and if you don't experience winter, what do you think about us?
I find
living
that
in a major city that's
my
freezing.
favorite thing is meeting people who are seeing or have just seen snow for the first time. Like I had some friends who came from Australia who had never seen snow,
Wow.
and it's just like a fascinating experience because
Yeah.
it's so exciting to people to
Yeah.
be like, there's literally this stuff falling from the sky
And
that I've
even
never seen before, and I'm
we
like a
inter-
19-year-old person or a 20 or
Yeah,
30,
it's like
you know.
it is actually crazy, like a volcano ash. Or
Yeah,
something.
we'd be like, whoa. But volcano ash is like scarier. Like snow happens all the time. It's weird that there's people in this world. It's not weird. It's probably weird in other ways for us
I
that
think
we don't
it's,
experience
yeah,
things, but
minority
it's
of people who have
fascinating
winter.
to me that like, yeah, something we experience on an every year basis. Some people just are like, I have no idea.
And there's extremes, right? Like Montreal would laugh at the snow
Right.
that Toronto gets. We went to Montreal. They don't even plow their streets because they're like,
I
more
know, okay.
snow's coming.
If you're from Montreal, what is with that? I loved that city, but honestly, I was
the
like,
best city.
is it truly because they're actually just like
There's
It's
actually
gonna snow again
there's a-
tomorrow.
It's rife with controversy. There was actually like an issue with the government.
Because
and
like
paying
I
the-
literally can't walk.
Yeah.
And they have so many little stairways that go up, and it's like they're all just
I
covered
know,
in
it's
ice.
very dangerous.
But ultimately, I was like, okay, Montreal, just shovel your sidewalks. Why don't people do it? Like everyone here,
Yeah.
you're legally obliged to shovel the sidewalk in front of your home here.
They also like ski everywhere. They're on skis
That's
whizzing
true.
by. So
Okay,
let us know.
yeah, let us know.
Yes, because also just like vote for me and this I lose
Oh,
every
yeah,
debate.
no. If you don't know,
and
we
Mitch
have-
is like
We have
asking his phone.
No, I did that this time. We have a Sidenote podcast Instagram account where we put on polls to see who you think wins the debate every week, and it makes us, well, mostly me,
And you
feel
have your
really
rabid
good.
Big Brother fans, and I can't compete with that.
No, today I did cheat because I was losing, and then I put it on my Instagram and was like, go vote for me, I'm losing. But someone did
Oh
catch a
my
screenshot when
God.
I was winning by 100%. That was probably the first vote. But I was
my
like, this is so funny that I'm like, you're creaming you. Anyway, vote for us. Let us know who you think wins. Let us know if you like winner or hate winner. Hashtag
Thank you
Sidenote
for
podcast.
listening. We love you.
Thank you for Whoa, it's a little early, Greg.
Oh my God, I was just okay. Don't come for me. I was just intimate and vulnerable. It's hard for
Wow,
me.
that's really nice.
I love you.